Alright, hello everyone! Getting in on a lovely, beautiful, rainy Wednesday here, April 29th. It's going to be our last stream of April. We're going to get back into Wrench today. Yesterday you guys probably saw me struggling a little bit. We had some audio issues. The good news is I actually went through and cleaned that up this morning. So we have audio back again, and we should be good to go that way. Also, we found out a couple things that we were missing. Some nuts and bolts that ended up on the floor somewhere or got thrown out or missing. So we just ended up purchasing that out. I also went in and organized those bolts. So hopefully things will go back together a little bit easier today than it was yesterday. So with that said, let's go ahead and get this set up. So we're going to go ahead and resume our game here. And as you can see, I did bump up the graphics a little bit more. Well, maybe you can't see. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we won't have too many drop frames. I'm pulling in an okay kilobyte per second. So, alright, let's get over here. Astute audience members will notice that I did end up buying a new M10 bolt. And on Monday's presentation, if you were able to watch that already, I'm sorry. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm just going to grab these. They're just floating there in midair. That's probably what happened to this bolt. Anyways, astute members paying attention on Monday's presentation about gaskets and fasteners, we can really kind of review some information. So this bolt is an M10 1.25 by 45. So it's a metric bolt. We don't know that the pitch on that thread is 1.25, meaning that's 1.25 millimeters between the peaks of each of those threads. So we have that on our tensioner pulley, and idler pulley is the bolts that we're using on that. So with that said, we should be able to come in here with our spring now, and it snaps right in. And also with that, we have the tensioner and idler ready to go. We should be able to get our timing belt on here. I might have to, there it is. Okay. I don't know if that's set up. It looks pretty good. Timing wise. Obviously timing chains are a little bit more complicated than just throwing a timing chain on. You have to make sure that you're at top 10 center on cylinder 1, and your exhaust cam and intake cam is set up properly with the degrees and the markings on that. But because we're just kind of throwing stuff together here, we are able to make pretty good use of that time-wise. Okay, so we got our crank and a pulley. We're going to grab our crankshaft plate. We're going to throw that on there, and now we need to throw some bolts on. Alright, so let's see here. That is the correct one. There we go. That's much better. Alright, now if we do this properly... Yeah, so much faster than getting out the torque wrench and torquing ourselves. Beautiful. Okay. Still feel like we're going to have to tear some stuff apart here because we are. Our oil cooler. But so far so good. Okay, let's go ahead and... don't we have a cover on that? We don't. Okay. We'll just have a... Let's go ahead and attempt... this. Oh, good. Okay. Alright, what are we going to do next? Well, let's go ahead and get our valve cover on. Maybe. Okay, this is a front. There we go. Okay. Then obviously we're going to need some valve cover bolts for that. Let me just... Got a crank bolt. We definitely gonna need that. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Everything's coming together. Alright, so valve cover bolts. We're just going to grab a bunch of these up here. I'm not going to use my magnet because, as you can see, these are all nice, lovely, neat little piles. And with that said, we should be able to throw all these bad boys in. Now you'll notice here that I am putting it in the sequence. Oh, we're missing one. Okay, I don't think... Yeah, I'm gonna have to order one because it's probably in here somewhere. We just don't know where exactly. So this is an M6 1.0 by 43 valve cover bolts. So we're gonna get into our catalog. So we're looking at an let's see, valve cover bolt. Alright. Let's get over here and I will say this, Amazon shipments are getting a little crazy right now because normally speaking it's, you know, only a couple days, but I ordered some oil filters and it said it wasn't coming in until like middle of May, but I just got an email this morning revising that, so probably not well, it'll be probably like next week Friday when I get it. Oh well. Bam, just like that. Okay. So we got our valve cover on. I'm thinking, do we put all this stuff back on here? Well, do I have any spark plugs or did I throw all those spark plugs away? Oh no, they're still in there. Huh. Well, we're just gonna leave those in. Okay. Probably are gonna need to get my coil pack on first. Alright, coil pack. Question is, where did this thing go? Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't think that's it, but we'll find out. Oh. No. No. Okay, so I'm gonna take those out. That's for something else. Why does it just stand up in the middle of air? Gravity is an odd thing in this particular game. That's alright. Again, early access. So this game is not complete by even a little bit. Alright, we're just going to take these. I'm going to dump those on. And I wonder if that's the... Oh, that's the far one, but oh well. Okay. It should get bolted on. Anyways, alright, now we're gonna have our we should probably throw that on there too. Whoop. Okay. Thermostat. I think we gotta, whoops, we gotta put the housing on there first. Yeah, it doesn't go there. Okay, so coolant temp sensor. Does that go on here first? Okay. Let's get all the coolant stuff over here so it's easy access. Coolant hard pipe. Coolant temp sensor. Oh, Okay, goes there. Yeah, huge audience. #1 wrench streamer on Twitch. That's my goal in life. When I was a little kid, they said, "Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up?" I said, "I want to be a wrench streamer, and I want to be the #1 worldwide." Alright, where's this gonna go? So, only the devs can tell me if that's true or not, if I'm the #1 worldwide wrench streamer. But I would like to think so. Just because, you know, my ego. Alright, where is this stuff going? Thermostat. Oh, hey. Okay, there we go. It goes in front. Is that gonna go in? Oh. That's gonna go there. And that. Oh, where are you gonna go? Huh. Let's find out. Nope. Okay, fun. Oh, coolant hose. We'll bring that coolant hose over here too, because eventually that's gonna have to go on. Dips. Well, let's just throw the dipstick tube on. We're right there. There you go. Alright, oil cooler. Where are you gonna go, Mr. Oil Cooler? Yep. Oh, but no duh. Okay, so that goes there. Alright, we got hose clamp. These are all engine mounts. Alright, we're cleaning this up. We're cleaning it up. Oil cooler nut. Hey, you gotta check this out here. Watch this. Oh, I'm #2 wrench streamer. Oh, I tell you what. I gotta up my game then. We're gonna have to come at it with like all sorts of different promotions. Alright, so we got all these nuts here. Hose clamps, we got bolts. That's for the tranny. Let's go ahead and pick these up because they'll go over here. Come on. There you go. Technically, we probably shouldn't put those on quite yet. I'm a little busy, bud, with that. I wonder if that goes there. What else do we have over here? Thermostat cover. Well, I know where that goes. It goes over here on the thermostat. Come on, there you go. Coolant hard pipe. I think that'd be over here somewhere, huh? Huh. We're just gonna find all extra sorts of parts and put on this thing. Alright. I think it's time to grab these and figure out where those are gonna end up. Alright. We're just gonna go around until this thing turns green. It probably doesn't even have to be attached to the engine. It doesn't look like it. Okay, let's just presume that's for reassembling elsewhere. Now for my next trick, bleh, everything goes everywhere. You stay there. Let's go ahead and grab these. Oops. There we go. Okay, do you go in? Oh, yep. Okay, there we go. There's one there. 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 And there. Alright, let's auto. Yeah, baby. Let's try to do that. I just discovered this feature, so I'm super pumped about it. Hold R, screws everything down for you. I like it. Okay, so we got all that stuff. We have this. I think we're ready to start attaching other various pieces onto our engine and getting our car back assembled. Still gotta figure out what we're gonna do with this. Coolant hose. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. No? Oh, I saw it turn green. There it is. Okay. It's all a plug and play type system, right? Come on, this has got to go here somewhere. It's got a bolt hole even for it. That's got to go right here. Maybe not. Huh. Alright, well, the mysterious coolant hard pipe is getting into lockdown. What about these bolts? Thought I got everything tacked up. Oh. Okay, that's for our coil pack then. There we go. Alright, I'm feeling better now. Alright, let's go ahead and grab our engine. Bring it over here. Get our transmission. Okay, we're gonna get our bell housing bolts. Honestly, I probably shouldn't put this on quite yet. We'll do that when it's in vehicle. Uh-oh, we got Lego issues at my house. We watched Lego Movie 2 over the weekend. That was actually pretty good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I think me and my wife enjoyed it more than the kids, honestly, because all the inside jokes. Come on, baby. Where are we supposed to go? Really? I can't. Get on there! Alright, well, the mysterious... Well, you know what? I think maybe I had it backwards. Come on. Turn green for me. Oh. Now we gotta move that around a little bit differently. I know you go on here. Alright, well, let's put these back in the car maybe. Come on. Are you gonna mount? Apparently not. Alright, well this thing's kind of broken. Yeah, whatever. Let's move that back around. Alright, I'm gonna lift this thing up and put it back in one-handed. Oh, come on. I saw you turn green for a split second there. that's good, right? There it is. Alright, perfect. Engine is in the vehicle, magically floating. Oh, I love it. Okay, now for the engine mounts. Maybe. This is going to get a little frustrating, I think. Let's go ahead and raise this up. Okay. Really? Why are you turning red? Okay. These go in later. We still gotta get this stupid coolant pipe in. Do I have some more hoses though to go on first? Woo! Alright, we got a lower radiator hose. Oh. Okay, that goes there. We should have an upper radiator hose. Let's go ahead and lower this then. Make life a little easier for us to grab and go. Okay, upper radiator hose. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, I got some hose clamps. Nope, that is not what I wanted. Nope, that is definitely not what I wanted. Okay, hose clamp there. That's for. Oh, yep, there you go there. And that one. There. Okay, let's go ahead and clamp those in quick. Before we forget, should be another hose clamp right there. Question is, where we go? What's that? Hey, I found a nut. I like finding nuts. Not as bad as finding 10 millimeters though. That's like a buried treasure. Okay, there's that. We'll go ahead and put this stuff on as well, just to get it out of the decluttered zone. Okay. Now I get this thing in here. Holy cow. You know what? Let's go ahead and put that all the way down. That might not help, but that's not going to snap in. Okay. Exhaust manifold, you go there. Intake manifold. Can I lift this up? Yes. Okay. Alright. Oh, you're not going to go in here, right, are you? There we go. Is that good enough? There it is. Alright, good. Okay, so we got that. We'll have to obviously bolt that on. Get the exhaust manifold. Starter. There's our hose clamp. I knew we had another one here somewhere. Okay, things are coming together pretty quick on this. We still need to figure out where this coolant hard pipe goes. I presume it's got to go on here somewhere. Question is, where do we take this off? Again, this is what I get for coming back to this 2 weeks later. Nope, I saw it. There it is. Beautiful. That's probably why we can get the exhaust manifold on. Alright, let's go ahead and get that. See if we can get that in here. Probably have to lift this up now. Maybe. Come on, baby, just fit in there. Come on. You know you want to. Maybe I gotta take off the tire. Okay. Only I could use my hands. Let's see here. Ronald Reagan nominated. Was it Samuel Alito? I want to say it was Alito. Or was that H.W. Bush? Although I technically probably shouldn't be answering those questions for you. Granted, you could probably just use it as a "I'm using my resources" excuse, right? Alright, we still gotta get those engine mounts in. You know what, I'm just gonna zap up those. Okay. Let's raise that all the way up. Well, maybe not all the way up. Okay. Transmission. There we go. There we go. Oh, we gotta get that starter in there too. Ah, don't stand underneath that when you're lowering it in real life. That is not the way to do it. However, I'm going to use my magical powers and we're just going to go on the inside of this thing. So that way we can... Alright, we're missing 2 more? No. Alright, good. Let's go ahead and get that starter in here as well. Earl Warren, John Roberts, William Taft. Oh, Rehnquist maybe. Because he was the Chief Justice before John Roberts, and John Roberts was appointed by George W. Bush. William Taft, wasn't he a president? Rehnquist would make sense. Because he was on the Supreme... John Roberts replaced Rehnquist. Oh, come on, you stupid starter. Come on. I know right where you gotta go. Maybe I gotta do it from up above? That wouldn't make any sense. Alright, that's not gonna want to go in. We're by... There we go. Let it fall out. Oh, yeah, no problem. Now ask your history teacher to help you with autos. That would be fun. You know what? I'm thinking this has got to get out. Okay. Do that on this side too. No. Alright. I want to get these engine mounts in. Nope. Maybe I got to do it individually. That wouldn't make much sense, would it? Okay. Can we get you in here? There we go. Okay. Come on, snap around. Oh my goodness. Just turn green for me. It's so much easier. You know, it's gonna be funny because oh, there we go. After we get done, after we get back into the auto shop, we're actually got to do some of the stuff for real. It's gonna be like, why it was so much easier in Wrench, because you know, video games. Okay. There's those three. Although, spoiler alert, I am trying to convince our tech ed department to fund a Valve Index for our tech ed department. That way we can take this game and actually utilize it in school. So how cool would that be? I'm telling you what, that would be pretty stinking awesome. Okay, so we got a hose clamp here. What's that hose clamp for? Oh, I saw it. Okay, that. That means we got another one right there. Okay, that one's closed up. I'm gonna have to get in at a different angle on this one. We're gonna lower this down just a hair. Where are you? There you are. Perfect. Okay, now to get that starter in here. Oh, great. I got the hiccups now. Oh. Ah, no, don't do that. Okay. Maybe we do want to do that. Okay. Oh. Come on. Right in there. Do I have to... What do I have to put in there? Ah, see, that's part of the bolted for the starter. Maybe I gotta take this bolt out. Okay. There. Well, gee, okay. It's gonna be all crazy because of that. Okay. However, we got another bolt down here that we gotta put on. I'm gonna have to find that. Okay, I'm gonna put, do we wanna put the tire back on? Yeah, why not? Okay. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and zap up all of these. And I want to move this guy over here. Don't think anything's on the ground. Sometimes they're floating in mid-air, which is really ridiculous. But all right, before we get too crazy with this, let's go ahead and have an ASE study break. I mean, if you're doing history, you might as well be doing some ASE stuff too, right? Okay, so our ASE study break question is, an engine has been compression tested. The number 2 cylinder is below specifications. After injecting oil, essentially basically right into the cylinder, the pressure does not increase after doing another compression test. The engine has A, a faulty head gasket, B, a bad valve, C, a worn piston rings, or D, a hole in the piston. So, what do you guys think? I'm not going to open up the poll or anything, just kind of vote in the comments or in the chat. So an engine has been compression tested. What that basically means, if you're not familiar with it, is you'll take the spark plug out, and what you'll end up doing is putting basically a gauge, hooking that up or threading that into where the spark plug would go. And the idea is that we're testing the compression of when that piston comes up in the compression stroke. Okay, we can actually measure that in that gauge. So that's a compression test. We noticed that when we did that compression test, the number 2 cylinder is below the specifications of what that cylinder should have for compression, right? So let's say it's a V6. You do that on all 6 cylinders, right? And cylinder 2 is obviously below what it should be. Obviously, could be a whole host of variety of things that could go wrong with it, right? We have 4 options here: a faulty head gasket, bad valve, worn piston rings, or a hole in the piston. Okay, so we have to go further and diagnose that. So after you do what's called a dry compression test, that's what that is. Be very common to unhook your compression tester, your gauge, squirt a couple shots of oil in there, and then hook up your compression tester again. And then again, go back in and check to see the compression rating. That's called a wet compression test. So by doing that, that gives us a little bit more indication, because if it still doesn't have pressure after doing a wet compression test, that's going to steer us in a much different road or path than if it did have compression in comparison to if it didn't. So, what do we think it is? B, huh? Well, the good news is you are correct. It would be a bad valve. Okay, but again, let's kind of go through and walk through our diagnostic stuff here. Okay, so A, it's a faulty head gasket. If it was a faulty head gasket, yes, you would still not have compression, but you would probably not. You would not have compression. It would affect more than just one cylinder. Okay, bad head gasket usually does 2 because the way that it's set up. Okay, worn piston rings. Usually this is why we do the wet compression test, to see how worn out the piston rings are, because if you're losing compression, you got a lot of blow-by, which is faulty piston rings. So by putting some oil into the cylinder, that helps kind of seal things up. So if you have bad compression when it's dry and good compression when it's wet, bad piston rings. However, in this case, during a dry compression test, we have bad compression. When we put the oil in there under a wet compression test, we still have bad compression. That indicates it's not the rings. What actually is going to end up being is just a bad valve, most likely an exhaust valve. And what's happening is that's not sealing up properly, allowing that not to compress at all. So, and under a hole in the piston, you're not going to have any compression there either. But you're just going to have bad times with a hole in the piston. So anyways, the correct answer for that is a bad valve. Alright, back to the show. So, alright, now that we did that, we still got to get our exhaust in here. That should be a little easier. Now that I've got, still got to fit it in though. Get in there. Come on. Ramming speed, Captain. Alright, let's raise this up. It's not going to want to go in. Come on. There we go. Maybe? Huh? Wow, this is going to be a pain in the rear end, isn't it? As it should be. Alright, let's lower that back down again. Come on. No! Okay, vertical, let's get you in. over some parts here. Ah, come on. Why are you getting stuck now? We don't need an exhaust, do we? I just gotta get you over. Whoops. We're close. We're kind of close. We're going down further with this. It's kind of there. Come on, baby. Oh. Oh, if I could only grab the bottom part now and swing that in. It's getting caught right there. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. We're gonna spend the next half an hour doing this. It's gotta go right there. Oh, I just want to grab it, move it. Oh, come on, give me 2 points to hold on to. Okay, well that's actually closer than it was. No, the problem is I can't quite rotate this to get it to be where it needs to be. No, no, undo. Ah! Don't tell me I gotta take the engine out just to put this thing back in. Can I even lift this thing up now? There we go. Stupid exhaust. Okay. Ah. Nice. Now to find out where all these other things go. Okay. So what do we got? We got M8 flange, button cap screw. Is that for the radiator? Odd. I thought this was for... What does this go for? We're so close. What does this thing go for? Probably why we can't get our exhaust on. that goes for. Let's try this. Better not need these things for other internal components. That would be bad. Alright, so we just gotta get this exhaust on and we're gonna call it a day, but it is gonna be a royal pain in the rear end to get this thing in there. Remove V-band clamp holding header to flex pipe. Maybe I just gotta remove this then? Well, let's try it. Doubtful, but I've seen crazier things. Wow. Okay. That was kind of stupid. Or maybe I'm stupid. Either way, we got it to work. Alright, let's go ahead and zap up all this stuff again. Because one of these... There we go. Okay. Yeah. I like that auto piece. Now, are we missing... Okay. Ah! Uh-oh. There it is. Two more, right? One more. So we're missing one piece. All of them have one. Odd. What do we have an extra nut? I'm scared. Whenever you have extra pieces, it's always scary. Where do you go? Yeah, not anywhere there. I still think we gotta have another bolt going into our starter. Let's check this out. Yep, okay, we know that. What is interesting? Did we miss a piece over here? I think we did. No, we got all those. Alright, well, let's, do we clamp that back down? Yes, we do. Let's get our panels back on and see kind of where we're at. I bet you it'll tell us. Well, maybe it'll tell us. Where we're missing a piece or two. Oh, I'm gonna laugh because this thing is gonna be like, oh, hey, forgot to fix this. Alright, there we go. And now we got these panels. Alright. Okay, well, we have three parts left over. As per usual, you would find on anything. And let's go ahead and get in here. Okay. I'm gonna quick do a refresh. How are we doing elsewhere? Everything seems to be in the green. That's good. Okay. Making me dizzy. So far, so good. I think we replaced everything we needed to replace. Fixed everything we needed to fix. There's some stuff that's getting close, right? Alright, let's test the car. Oh, hi there. Issue prefix with it must be fixed prior to the racing car. Engine runs. The car chassis is not in a functional state. Performance report F. I'll take that. The following symptoms. Oh yeah, we still need engine oil and an oil filter. Alright, following assembly parts are not installed. Cylinder head casting. Okay, so that's where our nut comes from. Bell housing bolt. We're missing two bell housing bolts. Oh, okay, that's from the... Okay. I know what we're doing now. We're missing... Nope, come up here a little bit higher. Okay, this has got to come off because I know where these... Right here. But they have the button. What? What are we missing here? We're missing something. Okay. Alright, let's take the hood off again. Totally forgot the oil filter and oil change. Okay, so we're gonna have to do, let's see here, let's go ahead and muffler end cap, muffler packing, exhaust tip. When did we take the exhaust tip off? Okay, so nope, that's not what we wanted. We wanted catalog. Okay, so we're gonna do, if I can spell, oil filter. We're gonna need some oil. Yeah, maybe that's gonna be miscellaneous. 5W30, that's 5 quarts. Okay. I wonder if I can just do a muffler. Nope. Catfish muffler end. Yep. Need one of those. Where's our... There we go, that's what we need to. Okay. Come to me, Amazon. Okay, let's get this back in here. Along with our muffler end cap. Maybe. Or is that... That's for this. I bought the wrong part. Oh well. Oil filter. Okay, we need to get back in here to do... Where is our... It's not giving me what I want. Yeah, catfish muffler end. Am I missing something? It probably won't go on because we got those button things on there, I bet. Okay, fish this out of the trash. Put that right there. Time to take out these. Okay. Alright, let's try to see if that fits now. Watch it will. Look at that. Amazing. Okay, let's get that on there like this. Put that on. Okay, so that's good to go. Alright, then we're gonna raise this up so we can get our oil filter on, which is of course blocked by our piece here. Okay, there's that. Oil filter. There you go. Okay. Let's get this bad boy back on. Perfect. Okay, we'll get our side back on. That should eliminate a good chunk of things. Home, lift, down. We're getting there. I want to get this done by this stream. Alright, now we just gotta take off our oil filler cap. We need our funnel. Okay, and oh, don't tell me we don't have a dipstick. Oh no, we should. Okay. Throw that cap there. Oh. The oil looks so good in this game. Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong here? Are we... yeah, where'd our oil go? Odd. Did I just make it disappear? Wow, I'm like a magician. Holy cow. Can I inspect that? No. Stop. Now where'd you go? My goodness, things like to disappear in this game. We just lost our dipstick. Okay. Let's go ahead and come back to our catalog. Of course. Really? Oh, and there's Isaiah.
I just borrowed your green screen.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so yesterday's staff meeting was kind of fun. I had a green screen behind me and I had my background was a wall of toilet paper. Definitely a class act move. Oil dipstick. There we go. And we're probably going to have to buy some more oil because I just threw it away. It's probably somewhere in here. Miscellaneous oil, add to cart. I bet she's just kind of like thrown over in the corner somewhere. Yeah, look at that. It's in the corner. Naughty casserole edge. I don't know how it got over there. Alright, let's take that. Definitely need a lot more oil than that. I'm just going to use this because if we have it, maybe not. It's empty. Alright. Let's add some more oil, shall we? Yes. Well, we already did a fair amount of oil, so we'll let that drain up and see where we're at. Getting there. Still need some more. Alright. Oh, we still got this nut that we gotta figure out where that goes. There we go. We're in the green. Good enough for me. Hood. Oh no, we gotta get our oil fill cap. I'll have to. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna leave that off because. Car details. Cylinder head casting. So the cylinder head is missing a nut. And we're missing 2 bell housing bolts. Alright, well, I'm going to tidy this up later. We are going to end the stream for today. Just to kind of hit pause on this. I don't want this to go super crazy long. So with that said, we'll be back here on Friday. And we'll probably have some new problems to deal with. Which is always part of the automotive fun, isn't it? So anyways, we'll have you guys have a good Wednesday. I will be probably heading into school today to do a little bit of end of the year cleaning. I'll try to get some videos of the shop so that way if you're missing it, you can at least see that and see how things are going back at school. Until then, have a good one.